I'm not as full of pizzazz as I was yesterday. Hey guys, how's it going? It's freaking Wednesday morning. I just got up. I woke up on my own free will. Not even the afternoon yet. It's 11:38 a.m. Be illegal to be awake this time. And welcome to my vlog. Still feels cold out, but it's actually sunny out, so that's kind of a bonus. I don't know how well the window over here can let you see it, but it's actually kind of sunny out. Sweet! So I'm gonna make me a cup of that Krispy Kreme. Friggin' so good. It's so good you'd slap your mama. Don't go slapping your mama. So I'll get this coffee going. I'm just waiting for the dog to quit trying. Man, I never seen a dog. Like a little dog to boot. He'd be so tiny. He'd have the ability to shit so much. Like he just dropped a 5-log shit right in the walkway. And I don't know where he gets it from. I guess you could say he's probably full of it. Let's go ahead and knock the cat's food over, because I really need to go through this shelf and throw a bunch of junk in the garbage. Give Oreo his noms. Kitty cat has a full bowl of noms. Come on, coffee! Let's go, Keurig! Be all you can be! Be a coffee maker! Join the militia today. Super nimble kitten. She's so freaking nimble. Super nimble kitten gets the pets and stays on the chair. Right? Yeah, you are. So I don't have the foggiest as to what I'm doing today. Probably a whole lot of nothing with a side of frig all. I enjoy these sit at home and do nothing days. Sue me. Well, don't, because I like my money and I don't want you to have it. So don't sue me. Okay? Just don't do it. Please? Thank you. So, my coffee is ready. Yeah, I'm gonna bulletproof it. 'Cause I love my bulletproof coffee. It tastes so freaking good. I love my bulletproof coffee. You like that? When you sing like Nickelback, but you just like them, you don't pronounce your words. That's how you do it. Then all of a sudden your records hit top of the chart. Next thing you know, money in the bank. Money in the bank, eh? It's fun making fun of Nickelback. Anybody want to be a guitarist? All you need to know is 3 chords. And you can play every Nickelback song known to man. Including, but not limited to, every limited song they ever made. Why does the cat go there? What is she doing? Campers, what are you doing? Okay, well, now you're trapped. I just trapped her behind the door. I don't know why she went there. Would you get out of there? Come on. Get out of there. What are you doing? You're so stupid. She's such a dummy. I don't get it. She goes behind the door and then just starts meowing. Like, she's not trapped there. She could just use her head and push the door open. She thinks she's trapped there. She's obviously stupid. I said the cat was stupid. I wasn't calling her name. Like, I don't understand why she's always got to be a meow face and be weird like that. There's no reason for it. It's rather uncalled for. Stupid meow face. Well, anyway, I need to get my MCT oil out. Put a dabble of cream into that. I always feel like I'm hearing something. Something. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Throw some cinnamons in my Krispy Kreme. Little bit of cinnamons in my Krispy Kreme. Grab some of the creamer from my Krispy Kreme. You guys are probably sick and tired of hearing me say Krispy Kreme, but I don't give a care. I love this kind. It's so good, so fantastic. Okay, I put everything in there. Yes. All right. Bulletproof Krispy Kreme. Yeah. Look at all the bubbles. I like bubbles. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this upstairs, go see what the what is, check out the Facebook and see who's doing what on there, make fun of people, share some funny memes, and, you know, typical day on Facebook, guys. Just another day for me to be not at work, stuck at home. So I'm like sitting there in the computer lab trying to think of something I could talk about today or do. Like I said, it's cold out. I don't feel like being in the cold. So, you know, I'm just pondering, what can we do today? And then my buddy, an old friend of mine from back in early days, back in like 2003, 2004 messages me, and we start talking about the old days and stuff, and he mentioned that he might take a rip up here in the near future. I recommended not to because winter already arrived, so he said probably next year, 2019, in the spring or summer, he wants to come back up because he used to live out in Redbridge, which is pretty close to here. I used to live in a trailer park out there, and him and his brothers, we used to always, every night after Onterra, I would, because I always worked 4 to midnight. I worked that shift for like at least 6 years. And we used to go to the Hortons down on Lakeshore all the time. Like, that's what we did. Get off work, go to Hortons, stay there till 5 in the morning drinking coffees and just doing stuff. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm making a pot of coffee because I plan on drinking a lot of coffee today. But back on talk with the story. A while back I mentioned, you know, I really wish YouTube was a thing back in the day because of the crazy stuff we did. And I never really touched on that subject because let me tell you, my tame life now was not so tame back then. Because we used to go to that Hortons and we used to do stupid stuff. Many stereos were installed. Hell, cars got worked on right in the parking lot. We did a tire change in the parking lot one fall. The guy wanted to put his winters on, but he didn't have a car jack, and he lived in an apartment building, and he didn't want to have to pay like Canadian Tire the money just to swap out tires because they charged a decent amount. One guy had a jack, another guy had like tire stands, or not tire stands, but like we all just basically had tools to do the job. So we literally did a summer to winter tire conversion. Right in the parking lot of Tim Hortons. You know, we've done stereo installs down there. We've done stereo troubleshooting. I think we've actually, we actually did an oil change on my buddy's van. He had a 1990 something Ford Aerostar, and we literally did an oil change. We literally did an oil change right in the parking lot of Tim Hortons. But there was other fun things that would happen. See, back in the day with Tim Hortons, if you bought a sandwich, like one of their hoagies or whatever the case was, with a soup, they always served it on these like metal serving trays. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here, but I might not be able to, so if there's no picture, it's because I lucked out. Couldn't find one. But we would I always got a sandwich after work because I probably didn't eat much at work. Either I didn't bring lunch or I didn't feel like walking to the gas station. You guys remember back in the day, the gas station pizza? Used to post that on Instagram. It's pretty gross. So I would always get a sandwich, and a friend of mine would always get a sandwich. We'd always end up having 2 trays. Well, I talked about this guy in the past. We called him Burnout, and not because he smoked a lot of pot. It's because the guy couldn't launch his Honda Civic hatchback without doing a burnout. He said it's because he had an organic clutch. I guess that's a thing. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. Like my Ford had a clutch. It was a manual transmission, but it was just factory forward. It's the way it came. I never upgraded. He upgraded his car. He had some B16A engine in it that had some like go fast parts, and he said the thing had about 240 horsepower and it was all done up to the tits, and he needed this clutch or otherwise it would be a bad time. If you tried to launch it, he would basically destroy the stock clutch. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm not about to judge. I don't know much about cars. I'm not a car guy. Sure, it's an organic clutch and you can't launch it. You can't ride the clutch because the moment it touches the flywheel, I guess, it'll hook and you're off to the races. So what he decided to do, and this is kind of funny, is he took the metal serving trays, put them underneath the back tires of his car, locked the parking brakes so the back tires wouldn't spin, and he would ski around the lot going like drifting with no friction in the back. Dude, he did like 6 laps and the trays were just gone. He was now dragging his tires. And I remember that. So we were talking about that on Facebook, me and my buddy. He's like, oh, you remember back in the day when Burnout would spark up the lot with those metal serving trays? And I'm like, oh God, yeah. And I'm like, hey, thanks, man. You just gave me an idea for story time on my video because I haven't done anything today. I have nothing to talk about, nothing to do. And that reminded me of a story I wanted to tell you guys. Was Burnout drifting in the parking lot. And I wish I had a camera back then. Did I have a phone? Oh yeah, I had a stupid flip phone. It was an LG flip phone. I think it's probably still sitting in the back, the netting on the back of the passenger seat of the Trans Am. Yeah, like, we didn't have camera phones back then. Nowadays, everybody's phone has a camera, so if something weird happens or something bad happens, people are more likely to grab their phone and film it versus grab their phone and call 911 because that's society, it's dicked. I wish I would have had that on video because my goodness, watching him do that was quite possibly the funniest thing ever. And it's like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, the parking lot's pretty bare. The cops did end up showing up because the employees at Tm Hortons had enough of our hijinks. Well, at least had enough of his hijinks. So he had to bounce pretty quick. I was like, well, I didn't even El Rata on that one. It was one of the other guys that was there went over and told him, like, you gotta bounce, cops are coming. And he bailed. And we never knew his, I don't even know what his real name is. We just called him Burnout because, like I said, the guy always chirped the tires on every time the car came to a stop and had to go to a go. But, like, it's just crazy stuff like that that would happen. Just the stupid hijinks. Or, oh yeah, this is also a good one. So I mentioned how my buddies... we did an oil change on their Ford Aerostar van. And you know the problem with those Ford Aerostar vans were, right? They were more top heavy than they were stable. So if you tried to do a corner at like 45, 50 kilometers an hour, and it was a pretty sharp corner, they tended to ski. Like, you remember on Knight Rider, that old 1982 show with the Pontiac Trans Am, the reason why I bought that car out there? When he would kick it sideways and ski it? Well, the Aerostars had the natural ability of doing that. Because the way they were built like crap. Nice vans, lots of room in them, but yeah, you try to corner on a dime and you're on 2 wheels. I don't know what the hell my buddy was thinking. He comes into the parking lot like Seabiscuit, you know, going full tilt like a Peterbilt, cranks the wheel, the friggin' thing goes up on 2, he fails the correction to bring it back down on 4 because he was gonna hit a car if he did, and this van literally hits its side and slid. It took 8 of us to grab that van and get it back rubber side down. Those things aren't light. The damage on it was hilarious. The whole side was just scraped right up and dented to crap. Still started and ran. We let it sit upright for a bit so the oil can get back into the pan. Smoked for a bit afterwards. He was down about a quart, so we just walked to the gas station across the street and got a quart of oil and put it in. But other than that, like, the van worked. Oh yeah, and we had to turn the fuel pump back on because when it rolled, it engaged some sort of a fuel safety switch that turns off the gas so that your car doesn't explode like it does in the movies. So that's a thing. But yeah, it totally rolls the van and drags it. Nobody was hurt, which is shocking. Like, you roll a van and you slide it, you'd think that impact, somebody would have like a sore neck or something. But they were fine. But the next day they come out and they're driving the van looked fine. And I'm like, wait a second. And he's like, what? And I'm like, did you do body work or something? This van looks great. And he was like, apparently they had like 3 of these. So whenever one van would get like really cocked over, they would just switch to the least cocked over van. It got to the point in the end that they were back driving Skidmark, the one that got all sideways and scraped. They're back driving that one because it was the least damaged van that they had. I'm telling you, man, those days were a riot. And if I was YouTubing back then, my God, the videos would have just been legendary. Way better than the crap that I'm putting up these days, eh? Talking about dieting and weightlifting and all that. Way freaking better. So, that's the thing. But I thought I would share those stories with you guys because today's pretty much a lazy day again. I don't do anything in the winter. I can't be bothered. It's too cold outside. It's kind of blah. You know, winter time is where you do indoor activities, but I don't really have any of those. So I just kind of chillax and watch movies and just do nothing, you know? Shovel the driveway when it needs to be, and just want to make sure my furnace is reading right. And go to work. That's like, this time of year for me is save money for summer, so I can do summer things. And like you all know, right now my summer thing is to get that Trans Am back on the road so I can ride the living crap out of it, because I miss my car. Even though my truck has like probably 3 times more power, I miss driving that Trans Am. I don't know if it's bad to do what I just did, but I don't really care. I just took the pot right off of the coffee machine there and poured it. It didn't leak or anything, so that's kind of cool. I thought I bought, yeah I did, liquid stevia. Oh, don't focus or nothing, okay camera? But liquid stevia is here. Stevia in, grab yourself some of the friggin' cream. So yeah, that's a a little pre-Horton story for you. And like, we used to get up to other hijinks too. Like, when I hung out with my one friend there, we went for a drive. I talked about that there the other day on the video of relationship woes. When we went for a huge drive in the truck, I took her on the course that we used to do back in the day. And I talked about this on previous vlogs. Actually, I filmed that course when I was with my ex, because we used to run that route as well. Just to go for a cruise. Mind you, we never did what we did at the Hortons, because what we did at the Hortons was nuts. You guys ever see that show Cannonball Run, where you basically, well, that's good, where you have a road course and you have to complete it in the quickest time possible? We used to do a cannonball run. So what we used to do is you would start at the Hortons on Lakeshore, shoot down to the end of Lakeshore, jump on Highway 11B, ride that to 94, 94 up to Highway 17, 17 right back into town, and then from 17 back into the town, you'd have to make your way back to the Hortons as fast as possible, and you were being timed. And not shocking, Burnout held the record, because that guy was just such a maniac on the road that, you know, he basically was the one to defy the law just so he could be king of the Cannonball Run. Like, we used to do stupid stuff like that, drag racing on the streets, like we're idiots, like Fast and Furious style. Mind you, that's when Fast and Furious first came out, hence why all these modified Honda Civics and Chevy Cavaliers showed up. I actually raced one of the modified Chevy Cavaliers against my Trans Am, and I ended up lighting off at 50 kilometers an hour when I saw a cop in my rear view. The cop blew by me and chased after the Cavalier and pulled him over. Like, when I saw that, I'm like, I'll take a hit in the friggin' street cred not to have the cops on me. I got things. Like, at the time I was working for Ontario, and I really didn't need a police rap while working there, because they probably would have frowned on that, even though it was only a crown corporation. It wasn't an actual government operation, right? You kind of don't want to get busted for street racing, because like back then, you just got fined for reckless. It wasn't that big of a deal. Nowadays, they treat it like DUI. You get busted for like street racing, driving reckless, you could lose your car, lose your license. Bad times. And that's what happened actually. Was Burnout and another guy that we knew, they decided to race this punk kid in a BMW. And I say punk kid because the kid was actually, he just showed up to pick a race fight. And Burnout, he didn't feel like, oh no, Burnout didn't have his car. He was rolling with another guy because he lost his license for obvious reasons. So he was rolling with the other guy, and Buddy's like, oh, is this your piece of crap card? Buddy had another Honda Civic. It was a black 91-ish hatchback. You know, the ones where the glass folded up and then the trunk dropped, kind of like a tailgate on a truck? Well, that's what he had. But it had some H engine in it. Fully done up, really fast, really powerful, really loud because he straight floated. There was no muffler on the damn thing, just pipes and a cat. And they went racing down Lakeshore. And I don't know exactly what happened, but somehow Buddy lost control of the Civic, and it rolled a whole bunch of times through a telephone pole. And the only reason why they didn't die was because the Rockford Fosgate sub box in the back came up and got wedged between the seat and pinned itself against the roof, which prevented the car from folding in on itself and killing them. Otherwise, they'd probably both be dead. But that subwoofer saved the day. And I remember seeing the car at the Wreckers. I went there back in the day of my Ford Focus, because one of the guys, we used to call him Aduh, because he always went Aduh. I don't remember his real name. Anyway, whatever. He worked there. It was actually his dad's junkyard. And he clued me in that they had some 15-inch Ford Focus rims that were not... I had 14-inch Steelies on my Focus. I wanted the alloys. And they were the Focus rims that were like... I think they were like 6-spoke, but they were split in the middle. So it was like you had spoke, 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 spoke. Really nice rims. They're kind of rough because they're in a junkyard. But I basically cleaned them up myself using sandpaper and all that. Got all the scuffs out of them, and you know, cleaned them all up and wet sanded them and got them all smooth. And then I blasted them with some gunmetal paint, because I was really big into the gunmetal back then. And I painted the lips silver because I just loved that style of rim all the time. Using masking tape, and I did a pretty good job on it, which is another reason why I wish I was YouTubing back then, because I did some pretty cool stuff with cars. Back when that was my thing, when I was modding out cars, being a racer boy. Racer boy! Or whatever the hell it is. But no, it's he got a really good deal on it. And I remember when I went to go pick him up, I saw the car there and I saw this Honda Civic and the roof, literally, like somehow the sunroof didn't break. That was, because I looked at the car and I'm like, how? And he's like, I have no idea, man. He goes, did you see the wreck? And I'm like, no, I just heard they rolled like 7,000 times and went through a telephone post. And he's like, yeah. Like the car itself, there wasn't a flat surface on it. It literally looked like somebody stepped on a beer can and flattened it back out. Like stretched it back out. There was dents for days on that vehicle. But the sunroof was still intact. And behind the sunroof, like between the back seat and the front seats, there was this like perfect indentation of a corner of a box where the subwoofer basically, you know, came in clutch and became the structural integrity that kept them from eating the roof of the car. So it was insane, and I wish back then I had a phone with a camera. Actually, it wasn't until 2007 when I got a phone with a camera, and that was a BlackBerry Curve 8330. Back before smartphones were a thing, and that was the smartphone that everybody had, was a BlackBerry. Back when they thought they were the king of the kings, because anybody who wanted a smartphone with a camera and the ability to surf the internet got a BlackBerry, and then Apple came out with the iPhone and Android and so on and so forth. But if we had cameras back then when that nonsense was happening, I'm telling you, the videos that would have been going up would have been insane. And mind you, YouTube didn't start till what, 2006, 2005? And it wasn't what it is today. Back then, YouTube was literally just a simple site where you put up videos and there's like no search algorithm or anything. There's no subscription, you didn't even make an account. You just threw videos up there and people could watch them. And then it basically blew up to what it is today. Now people run businesses off of it. But yeah, that's some interesting stories there from back in the day that I thought I would share with you guys, because honestly I don't think I'm doing much today. So I thought I would entertain you with a little throwback Wednesday, even though this is going up on Friday and it's nowhere near Thursday. It's like around it, so we'll just let that go. Anyway, coffee's done. I'm gonna go drink this and I'll talk to you guys later. Well guys, I think it's steak o'clock. Yuck, steak o'clock. I'm not about the steak o'clock. What I mean is it's time for steak, because I'm freaking hungry and I want some meat. So let's cook a cow. Okay, so a cow is currently in the air fryer, cooking up like a good little cow. I just poured myself a third cup of coffee. No, it's not Krispy Kreme. It's just Maxwell House and the old percolator. I gotta stay up a lot later tonight. Like I said last night, I was up last night till I made it to about 4. Then I got super tired, went to bed, got up today at about noon. Gotta push on through to 7. Gotta get my abilities to work the night shift going. It's brutal. It's brutal. Might do a Walmart run tonight though. I was thinking I'm running low on coffee creamer, I'm running low on some things, and I want to look at some extra large shirts, because this is a 2XL and it's comfortable, but it's still too baggy. I like to go with an extra large. Cause if you're happy and you know it, eat some steak. If you're happy and you know it, eat some steak. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, eat some steak. Cause I'm happy, I'm having steak. Oh. Why does meat have to be so damn fantastic? Why does it have to be the best damn thing in the world? Like, I just want to give big time thanks to the person who decided one day, wow, that cow's pretty sweet. See how it tastes on the grill, you know? Thanks, bud. Thanks for hooking a brother up. Alrighty people, I'm gonna go fire up the truck, take a rip over to Walmart. It's about 9:45. They'll be open for another hour, so we'll be able to get in there, get what we need, get the frig out. And that's what I want. Get in, get it, get out. That's how I roll. Because I'm not a shopaholic, and I haven't started this truck since I went to work on Tuesday. Like a champ. I don't know, I had a couple people on the old Facebook today, locals, who were asking for boosts. Anybody awake right now? Can you come by and give me a boost? The batteries are flat. You know, my ex and her Mitsubishi, the first winter she had the damn car, the battery stopped holding a charge, remember? I ended up boosting it with my lawn tractor. Yeah, fun times. Factory batteries are bunk. Alrighty, hopefully that truck is warmed up. On my way back, I'm gonna pop by the gas station. They're saying gasoline could get as low as $1 a liter. I don't know why gasoline's getting cheap all of a sudden, but it super is. And I'll be honest with you, I appreciates it. because in the winter, me leaving my truck running, idling in the driveway and such, she tends to, oh, I guess I should probably grab my wallet, because, you know, I'm going to Walmart to buy things and normally you need to pay for them when you buy them. I kind of frown on the 5-finger discount a lot of the times. Probably shouldn't do that. Grab the old wallet. And then depending on the time when I get back, I may crack off a workout. Heaven knows I could use one. So I know of a couple things I need to grab. One of them, some more creamer, because I'm out. Also want to look at some collagen, because I'm running critically low. And if you're wondering why I take that stuff, it's because it's good for skin, hair, nails. I don't really care for the nails part, but it's been really doing wonders for my skin and my hair. All right. Fantastic. This windshield's seen better days. She's pretty iced up. Nothing, some thermals from the old vents won't fit, but I'm definitely gonna need to get some gasoline. I'm just sitting under the quarter mark. So on the way back, we'll pop by the fuel station there and put some money into her. No big deal, no big deal. Tomorrow is back to work. 7 straight. No Sunday off. Should be good. It's night shifts. Those are usually pretty easy. Yeah, we're getting close to Christmas, so usually around this time everybody ends up shutting down. So that's the thing. Life gets easier. And then after Christmas, Monday to Friday grind. It's gonna be weird having that. Like after working at Onterra and working random shifts, and then the call center random shifts, and the vape shop working from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's gonna be very, very weird. Working, like when I first started at this job, I worked days. I worked days for from February 19th till about June, and then July I fell into the after hours rotation. And I did that for 1.5 years, and I just want to get off of it so I can focus on me, you know, have a life. It's so hard to have a life with this whack schedule. And by I mean have a life is like consider trying to find a girlfriend or anything like that, right? Because it's like you work such whacked hours that having a relationship with another person, it's hard to schedule any time. So it's like, it'd be nice. So to be honest, you know, I've been single for 5 years. I'm getting kind of freaking lonely. It'd be nice to meet some people. It's $1.12 a liter, boys. $1.12 a liter. That's exciting. My nipples are hard. No, they're not. They probably are because it's freaking frigid out right now. It's like minus 14°C, and it's dry. It's a dry cold right now that is very, very, very unappealing. But it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, it'd be nice to be able to, you know, get back on that horse and get into a relationship and meet people and make some more friends and so on and so forth. And it's just hard to do when you're on this after hours rotation. It's just a pain in the dangler, you know? Oh man, I got into an argument with a buddy of mine who wants to do YouTube as a job, and I explained to him it's not a job. And he got all mad and he's like, well, what are you trying to tell me? People who run their own businesses don't have jobs? And I'm like, no, they run their own businesses. That's a different thing completely. Don't call YouTube a job. You're running a business. Your market is your videos. Your consumers are the audience who get paid by having ads play on their computers or phones or whatever the case may be. It's not a job. You're running a business, and your brand is whatever the heck videos you are making. Theoretically, my YouTube is a personal business. It generates income, even though not very much. But we got into that argument because I'm so sick and tired of people calling YouTube a job. You're not working for anybody. A job means that you're getting scheduled to go into work. Running your own business, you make your own hours, you know. You can run a failed business where you're only open for 4 hours a day for 2 days a week, or you can, you know, actually give her and run a proper business where you're open 7 days a week for a proper amount of hours. Your employees have jobs. You as the business operator do not. Oh wait, did they not hire anybody to take the carts out of the parking lot? Obviously, if anybody wants a job, they're probably looking for cart retrieval technicians at the North Bay Walmart because I think theirs quit. I used to do that job, I'll be honest. The job sucks. Anyway, down here at Walmart, let's go Man, I got in the truck and I freaked out. I thought somebody broke in and stole my camera. That would have sucked. I haven't even edited any footage today. But it's a $1,000 camera, which would have sucked even more. We got everything we need. I bought 2 black extra large shirts. I like black, it's slimming, even though it shows every flake from the top of your dirty head. Probably saying, Adam, why didn't you get large? Well, like I said earlier, shirts, especially the ones from Walmart, these not exactly expensive shirts, have this great tendency to shrink after getting washed. And unlike women, I don't want my belly button hanging out. I don't mind if they do it. No problem. Well, to a point. But, you know, yeah. Got some almonds, because I ran out. Frig, I love almonds. And I think the next battle plan is to go get some $1.12 a liter gasoline for the old girl here. Because she's thirsty. I don't even know how many more kilometers I have left till empty. According to this, 210. If this was the G6, I would be at a quarter and it would say low fuel. That's how bad that car was. We're like, burp, 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 low fuel. Please see gas station. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh man. No getting around it, people. Winter is here, eh? No getting around it. The side of the roads are already looking all dingy. Remember that first snowfall? The side of the roads are all nice and white and fluffy. Look at them now, eh? Like I said, it looks like a hobo friggin' dragged his arse up the side of the, not the side of the road, and just sprayed. It's starting to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, I'm so glad I'm done my Christmas shopping. Like I did that back when Amazon Prime days were a thing. I got everything done then. I got nothing left to buy. And I can't even go to Christmas this year, so that's just mint. That's just mint. Good beep, coming through. Pardon me. Big truck. The gasoline. Let's see today if they're gonna actually let me pay at the pump. Because lately they've been turning off the ATMs at the pump, forcing you to go inside because they want people to go inside, because then you buy stuff like cigarettes and potato chips. And not me, I just go inside and pay, and it just takes up more of my freaking time. Pisses me off. Anyway, let's get some gas and we'll talk to you guys when we get home. Alright, peace. Alrighty guys, we are home. Decided to get some soda. Also bought some pepperoni sticks. These have no carbs. That's awesome. Got some more whipped cream, or whipping cream, not whipped cream. There's no sugar in this. Great for the Krispy Kreme. Bought another container of almonds. Such a good deal right here. Like, if you think about it, for 200 grams, it's $6 at the grocery store. For 1.13 kilograms, it's $17. Do the math. The old Isoflex chocolate powdered protein shake was on sale, so I picked that up. Love this kind. This is probably the best protein I ever have because it's only 1 gram of net carbs. Try finding that anywhere else with flavor. You can't. Got my collagen peptides, reload. Yeah, need that. Hair, nails, skin, good. And last but not least, my shirts. They are, I don't know if you can read that, but it's XL. Yeah, XLTG. I think TG stands for Très Grand. God, yes. Man, you come in from the outside and it's actually warm downstairs. And then you come up here and it's like a sauna. Really wish we would have put the vents in to suck the air from up here downstairs. That would have been great. So the shirt I'm wearing right now, this is an extra 2XL. So, yeah. Let's try on one of the extra larges and see how that fits. Oh yeah, this is good. This is comfortable. I like this. Man, I can't believe I'm an XL. I can't believe I fit into a large. That's insanely good. Stoked, boys. Stoked. In case you're wondering, I didn't take the tags off yet. They're just stickers, and they're on there good. There we go. Yeah, beauty. I dig it. This is great. Hells yeah, boys. Hells yeah. You know, until I put them in the wash machine and then they shrink and my belly button sticks out. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna go rock a workout and then afterwards have a shower and then probably afterwards just chill out. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Yup. Gonna call her quits for now. Tomorrow's another day. Once again, I gotta work, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, people, on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.